Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
That certainly changes things. Okay.
No.
Yes, we are. All right. Everybody, welcome to Tuesday Night Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your DM, Danny, and we're going to begin playing Descent into Avernus using the 5th edition standard rules and the Adventures League rule set. Going down our line of players, we want to introduce your names and your character's name, race, and class. Let's start with our good friend of Vectos first.
Hey, you guys can call me Gungan General, but I'll be playing Avectos, your Grecian-like fighter, who just wants to become a legend and then die famous. Like, really, that's all we want, right? That's all we ever want.
Yes, yeah, perfect. Who could ever ask for more? And next up, playing Yosh.
Hi, my character is Yoshi. He is a human cleric, and he just wants to live and be happy. He has friends and family to look out for.
Okay, moving down the line, playing Malum.
Hi, guys. Sorry. Hey, guys. My name is Malum. And super important right here. This guy, this is my best bud. As I point to my tail, his name's Coda. Really important to remember him. And I'm a tiefling bard.
Beautiful. And next to them, we have C130.
Hi, my name is Calvin Wonder 30, but I like to be called C1, and I am above the bullshit. I am not trying to deal with the things of the peasants, and I am playing a human paladin.
Beautiful. And lastly but not leastly, Sherman.
Hello, I am Amber. I am playing Sherman, Halfling Paladin. It's a fancy boy.
Excellent. Our story begins. The city that sits river and is a port hub of all things trade and villainous. You see, it's a city separated not just by classes, but by walls and gates, metaphorical and literal. In the upper city, the patriarchs live looking down upon the others, protected and being able to walk at night without fear of a knife in their back. Everybody, though, down in lower struggle to survive, having to create their own civilian gangs to find any sort of refuge from this rampant. There's no police force, so to speak. The Flaming Fist patrol the lower city, but they're there to protect their own interests and the city's interest. In the upper city, the Watch is paid to protect. Now, this balance is not just struck by money and names alone. No. There's more than that. And evidence of all of that is hidden up in High Hall. The High Hall of Records is where everything that the nobles do and unofficially do lays somewhere. It is a form of government that helps, the plutocracy thrives off of this, knowing that with the redundancies and the constant filings, no one can really ever find anything in High Hall unless it wants to be found. The patriarchs pay librarians to hide files, hide records, and retrieve them when necessary, usually not. These records include things like allegations, crimes, verdicts, titles bought and sold, family members added to trees, given homes, and living in upper city. All for a price. This doesn't sit well with everybody. though. No. Some people caught on and decided maybe someone should teach them a lesson. So we find ourselves in Upper City at night, following a lone male figure walking, pacing down the Wide, as it's called, a long stretch of shops and buildings nearing the Basilisk and the Heap Gate, leading down to Lower City, a highly trafficked area, beautiful in the daytime, but in the evening, quite empty. You see, patriarchs are rarely walking alone, but at this time, enjoying the night air, this man is. He's taking his time to stop and look at one shop in particular, the Distant Shores. Now, this shop is run by a married couple who run a very unpretentious shop that imports things from Chult, spices, goods, and fantastic trinkets. Now, they are very unpretentious, and that rubs a lot of patriarchs the wrong way. They think that they could do better, sell more, and be more expensive. People are trying to buy them out for weeks, months, to the point now where they're getting harassed. You see, he's taking a moment to look past the graffiti on their front window into the things that remind him of that far off land. And reflected in that glass, it's a burst of light. From Lower City, there is a burst of red, a burst of blue. And we go there now. You see a lone figure running from that building. Yelling is happening down in Lower City. The guard on the second story of Felgore's Fireworks is chasing this figure, but has no chance. And as the wind whips around them, the cloak slips for just a moment, and we see a Yosh. Would you describe your features for us?
So, Yosh is a rather large man. He has a mohawk, dark hair. He always looks intimidating, and you don't know if that's how he actually is. But he definitely looks very, I forgot the word, but I guess intimidating, as I said before.
Perfect. And as you're running with your conspirators, you see 7 other figures at Heap Gate. The Heap Gate is usually manned. At this moment, it's not. The other figures are outlined in the torchlight of the Torchgate Code, a set of torches placed around the city, on buildings, on gates, to let you know, to let the watch know, to let the lamplighters know who's been here and when. Now, one of your allies, Gald Glittergrin, knows this code very well and has arranged it just so that the watch will not make their patrol down the Wide at just this moment. On the other side of that gate is a patriarch, hooded, putting a token into the gate and opening it, allowing the others through. In that moment, we glimpse said patriarch, finally unable to hide underneath the robes. C1, would you describe yourself? I think you're muted.
I was muted. I look like what I would describe as a Chadladin. 6'4", human. My skin is an absolute perfect olive tone, slightly bronzed by not too much time in the sun, but just exactly how much time I want to spend. And my hair is perfectly combed and groomed, and it never ever loses its exact part.
Now it's strange. Maloom told you that she'd be bringing some friends. The 6 figures, only 2 of which you recognize, put you at a little bit of an uneasy position as they push past you, the ones you don't know going faster. Still, one leads, a tail poking out from their robes. You catch them leading the pack, heading towards the distant shores. Maloom, you describe yourself.
I am a very, very pretty tiefling. I don't seem to think I am, but I am very beautiful. I have long, dark blue hair that is very wavy and thick. Her horns come out from like the front sides, like where the temples would be, and they are a very deep kind of reddish color, whereas her skin turns this magenta color. She has a couple little little birthmarks, like almost like a Marilyn Monroe-ish kind of little marking on the top of her lip. She's pretty tall. She's about 5'8", and she's her tail always is kind of going up and around, and you can always see it poking up above her shoulder.
Excellent. Leading the charge, you see outlined this looks older, but now you see it's a cloak over a cape. This noble looking at the window, now looking at all of you. Brushing past Maloom are the four. The muscle. Glittergrin's friends, the ones you don't know so well, but he said they were pretty even-handed. Leading their charge is a much shorter figure. Stout, but apparently built. And a glint of armor beneath their robes. Leading the charge of the muscle, Sherman, would you describe yourself?
Yeah, so Sherman's got all of his hair pushed into a big curl right here by his forehead. It's a nice reddish brown color. Got very convincing facial hair, so it's definitely real and not fake. And just like a cute little button nose, red little cheeks. It's a nice boy sometimes.
And most importantly, what is your weapon of choice?
Spears, or spear, singular spear.
Singular spear. What looked like a walking stick is pulled out from the robe and brandished towards the noble. A lesson to teach. Right. Nothing more, nothing less. But Sherman, you're brushed aside, as Glittergrin's friends are a little more eager. The blunted spear was one thing. What they produce is quite another. As the trio surrounds the young man, they draw. One, unwrapping a flail with a silvered skull at the end. The next, seemingly flicking his wrists with two unnaturally long daggers in each hand. And the third, Sherman makes your blood run cold as you see from the right sleeve of the robe. A gauntlet, freshly painted black, is gripping a mace, the head of which is shaped like a fist. As they charge towards the young man, you're forced to look away for just a moment as they begin their grim work. Looking for anything, a distraction, something to take you out of this moment that you weren't here. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. This got out of hand very quickly. And you hear watch bells. It's too soon. It shouldn't have happened just yet. But if they're not coming for you, then who? From nearby, an archway opens. A gate to the undercellar, a network of tunnels, a lawless land, crime, gambling, and any other thing they cannot do under the sun in this city, which says a lot. Bursting from that chamber, hot on their heels, gauntleted footsteps. Who is running out of that archway? Can you please describe them? Evectos.
Evectos is doing several things at once. He's putting on pants. He's throwing over his shoulders the chainmail he wears. He's got his equipment wrapped underneath one arm, and he's also trying to massage a shiner that he just got from taking a fall. Evectos, he's a well trimmed guy. He's got shiny bronze skin, and he seems to keep it well in shape. His hair's a little bit scraggly though, but you can kind of see he's got leathery hands, a bit of a sailor. However, though, at this moment, it is not one of his finest moments. It is not one of his finest moments at all.
Perfect. And in this both ways, looking for the easiest way to the city, you're near the Heap Gate. If you can get to the Heap Gate, you can get to Lower City. If you can get to Lower City, you can get out. But to the right, you hear watch bells. To the left, you see a nobleman covering their face and neck as best they can as an onslaught rains from above, a flail, a dagger. You know, many of you have heard rumors of the Dead Three. Cultists worshipping, venerating these gods that died long ago, their worship outlawed in almost every major city across Faerun. But here they stand. And here they work. The watch coming from two different directions, you begin to run. C-130, pushing your way back using your Patriarch token, realize you can't go that way. You hear footsteps coming from the Heap Gate too. Your only option is to escape somewhere into the upper city. And so you run. Avectos, maybe thinking, maybe I'll go the other way. And charging that way, you see shadows dancing down that alley, realizing you're boxed in. You have no choice but to follow these fools. The three that are attacking the noble do not cease. They stay, and even as the watch goes nearer, as you all running towards C-130's manor in the Manor-born district of Upper City, pausing frequently to let guards go by, and everybody to make me a stealth check.
I'm going to apologize for what's probably about to happen.
Not a sneaky boy. Sneaky boy. I'm sorry. Dang it.
Oh Lord.
So make sure to announce your number.
7.
That's
I
a
mean,
23 total
7.
so far.
3!
Oh gosh.
So that's a 23. We'll all take 23 and 16 for Malum.
Perfect. Even if this was a group check. Not even in tier 1, my friends. As you
Hold on, I'm still trying to see the screen.
charge, pell-mell, getting caught on things you're not quite sure if you, or better yet, how many people saw you running through Upper City. People at night in Upper City is a sight by itself. Running, however, is quite something else. You definitely believe you've been spotted. But after some running across, cutting across Heapside, through the Temple District, ending up in Manorborn. Following around the back area, C-130's family's estate is sprawling. One of the founding families of Baldur's Gate. They have climbing gardens, high towers, and, of course, guest houses for the many, many people they adopted and fostered throughout the years. The Church of Lathander has been very kind to their family, and they have been kind in return. One of these such guest houses is currently unoccupied. C1 lets you all in, pausing to look at a straggler you've carried in, pausing only to nod at each other with the knowledge that there is nothing to be done about this now. For better or for worse, you have a secret. As the hours tick by, you begin to plan. You have to get out. Somehow, some way. Your new friend has an idea. And what might that be?
So, do we still have the 3 in tow who brutally murdered the guy?
Oh, no, they're still out there.
Great. So I picked up the stragglers, and they're a rich-looking bunch.
Yeah. The one with the keys to the gates to this estate definitely looks a little wealthy. The
Yeah, he's
others
got that-
disguise their features, but you hear armor, and armor costs money.
Oh yeah, and he's got that boy band hair. That's not natural. Yeah, so Vectos is those nobles rather run than face justice. So he's gonna try and play the situation up as much as he can. Because if he can get these guys on a ship, they're his. He can drain them for all the coin they've got. So he's going to bring up like, my friends, you need to leave. There is nothing for you here if you stay. I have a ship though. I know a good captain and a great ship. He will take you far away to lands where you can have a new life.
An offer. Getting to sea. How does it sound to all of you?
Look around at my crib. Do you think I would? Why would I want a new life? My family has enough money. They'll buy my way out of this. They always have. They always will. They wouldn't want a face like this to have to spend time in prison.
You're confident in that, absolutely. But then your gaze falls on Maloom. Though a favorite of her family, her disposition, so to speak, would not land her favorably in the eyes of the Watch.
Yeah, no, I definitely look longingly at Coda, and then I look over at Yosh too, and because I know Yosh, and I always like to talk about going away to far off places.
Yeah, Yash is thinking that this offer is literally the best they're going to get, and a good, not exactly fresh start, but it's something.
Sherman?
I like new places and I like new things. And I like not staying in one place for a very long time.
Yes. Prison in Baldur's Gate. Well, it's not really a thing because it's easier to dump bodies than feed them twice a week. Time is fluid. Especially in the undercellars.
I'd like to turn around and look over at C1 and kind of run over to him and grab him by his arm and go, C1, I don't think life would ever be the same without you.
I look around at my just this little measly guest house that's still incredibly well appointed. Thinking about how I'm probably not going to see comfortability like this for a long time. Just something in the back of my mind knows that if I agree to this little tiefling, that she's going to drag me into an absolute shit show. I take a deep sigh and say, all right, I can't let you go by yourself. You're right. You're gonna, no one else is gonna understand about the tale. I'll have to come so you don't get yourself in trouble. I think we're gonna have to accept your offer.
Splendid! Very good. All right. Now, you're going to need to pack essentials, only essentials. No more than what your arms can carry, or else we'll leave you for the fishes.
Yeah. So you all begin to contemplate what packing light looks like for each of you. All you can
First, I want
carry,
to talk
including
to
your...
Avectos about how he just transformed into a Russian fishing captain.
I don't know. I thought Grecian was kind of like Mexican, but more higher pitched.
I was really thinking that everything was okay until I heard that, and that's immediately put me at odds. I wasn't really sure what was going on at that point.
Perfect.
All right. Sorry, Danny.
Now, you have a... Vectos, you're very slippery in every sense of the word. And using your to get out of the upper city was no small feat. The watch is on high alert. A noble has been assaulted, possibly killed. And by the sound of it, and the torches burning in every district lighting up the night, someone important. But you make your way down to Seagate and start asking around. You have contacts, you have, well, your ship so to speak. Someone owes you a favor, You know that you can get passage out, but the ship's not leaving till the morning. You have the night to pass still. So you return with the news, and we find ourselves there in that night. So, starting in opposite order this time, Sherman, you're sitting in the guest house of C-130's family's estate. You have to kill time until the morning. Can I get a more thorough description of your character and how they are passing the time until the morning? You're muted again.
Yeah, so Sherman's in big shiny paladin armor. If you look real close, you might see that there's like little down feathers, some stuff and sticking out. He's shoving that right in. He's polishing, looking at himself in the mirror, trying to like pump up his curl, keep some secrets in there. What would he be like? 3 feet tall, very short boy, pretty stout, pretty thick, but he also seems kind of sinewy. Like maybe he's not that strong, but he's trying his best. Trying to get an
Okay.
idea of the people that he's with.
Excellent. All right. C1, in a home within your home. Can I get a description of your character and how you're passing the time? Muted.
I'm very anxious sitting there. Am I in the I'm in the guest house with everybody, or am I back in my can I go to my rest of my house?
Oh, you can go to your house. Yeah.
I'm just I'm sitting in my bedroom, collecting up like way too much stuff. You might want to think like Spaceballs and the Royal Highness's masked luggage. And so I'm getting everything together that I need, all my essentials to survive, my armor polishing kits, and all of my oils and balms and salves to make sure that my muscles are looking scintillating and perfect.
A
All my
duffel
hair
bag of
products.
bath bombs.
Yes, all my combs, probably 35 changes of clothes, and everything else that I possibly could not need, but I'm gonna think that I absolutely need. And like right before everything is gonna happen here at the end of the night, like I'm up all night worried about what's about to take place. So I literally show up with like all these luggage and bags at the last minute. Plus, I just with like when I grab one of my random aides, and I let everybody know that he's gonna come along for the journey to carry my luggage.
Okay. Maloom, how are you
Yes.
spending the time?
Having a complete anxiety meltdown. I am literally pacing back and forth, and me and Coda are having like a huge argument about what bad decisions we decided to make, and I don't know why I ever listened to Coda.
Okay. Can you get another more complete physical description now that you're out of the robe into your regular clothes?
What do you mean? Like
Like what are you normally wearing? Gonna build.
honestly, I'm just wearing like some
Shake it out for anybody else.
yeah,
Yeah, I can't hear.
I just have like a t-shirt on, like a low cut t-shirt with like just simple leather armor, on top of that with some pants and boots, and I have my rapier on my hip, kind of just sitting there, and it's not really the prettiest thing.
Okay. Yosh, how are you spending the night?
So I'm spending the night trying to like console Malum when she allows me to, because don't help people if they don't want to be helped. I respect that. Sometimes they want privacy. But other than that, I am just smoking weed, just through the night. You know, that good stuff too. I need it. It's been a stressful day, and I'm packing light. I never had that many things to start with, so mostly just my equipment. Not much else. My equipment, my weed. That's all I need.
That good halfling pipe weed. Excellent. So, lastly but not leastly, Evictus, how are you surveying? Yeah, what are you doing tonight? Waiting the morning. How are you spending it?
I'm watching C1 here with this excessive manscaping kit. This is too much. This is too much. Although I did say, what if you could carry in your arms? So if you bring another pair of arms, I mean, you can bring more. So I give him that. Avectos is, trying to. He's swiped some makeup from C1's stash and is trying to cover up the shiner. He's got to keep that face pretty. However, though, he's also was offended by the comment of his accent. He's gone back to the mirror. He's now practicing saying his name. I am Evectos. I am Evectos. I am Evectos. I am Evectos. No, I am Evectos. I am Evectos.
So, as Howard, the hours do pass. Some of you sleep. Some of you drift in and out. Some of you just watch the daylight slowly begin to filter in. But this morning, the light filtering in seems somehow still dimmer than your average day. Heading outside, before you do, heading out of the guest house, the well-insulated stone walls keep out most of these city sounds, but they can't keep out everything. As soon as you step out, you begin to hear a rabble, so to speak. Right. You hear unrest in the streets. Your voices carrying, chanting, and yes, perfect. Just a ton of noise coming from outside. This can't possibly be about this noble. There's just no way. And the kind of gray skies around you are disheartening to say the least, as somehow even the sun seems dimmer. You bundle up your belongings, traveling clothes, and mean to make your way towards the lower city, towards the sea gate. And as you see outside, there is, and even in the upper city, the watch has all been called. The walls are being manned on all sides of the city. As you head further and further south, the crowds get thicker. And as you hit lower city, that's where it peaks. You see people running to and fro, carrying belongings, carrying baskets, shepherding small animals, and you see the flaming fists in all their glory, cutting down people in the middle of it all. Well, cutting's a harsh term. Guiding the crowd with their fists and clubs, and making sure horses make it into the lost and found back at their headquarters, of course, keeping everything safe and orderly. Just another day in the city of blood. Sneaking out further and further towards the docks, you board your ship, and Evectus, your heart sinks. And so do many of yours. Looking out across the Kyanthar River, you see there's no way out. There are barges trying to get into the city from both directions, both up and downstream, pulling themselves against the current to get to the city. Looking out, you see that there are their flaming fists manning their own boats, pushing these boats away and repelling borders. But these are not armed men. These are not pirates. These are not soldiers. They just appear to be people. They're jumping off their ships and paddling ashore on their belongings. And that's when you see the source of the dimness. Looking out towards the south, the world is darker. As you see, the companion is gone. The second sun that shone ever bright over Eltergard, the Holy Lands neighboring Baldur's Gate. Years upon years ago, a plague descended upon Eltergard, undead festering. The High Overseer, in a highly contested and, I guess, not well documented series of events, called down the companion from supposedly Torm themselves. A second sun appeared over the city in their hour of need, shining down endless sunlight, repelling the vampire lord and ending his curse. Since, the companion has been a beacon of light to those harmed and on the run from undead. That second sun is gone. There is smoke rising from that direction, and even more so, throngs of people, as far as the eye can see, making their way towards the city's walls. You hear yelling, you see guards sealing gates, pulling people off of said walls, and you realize you're not getting out of here. At least not today. As you can get back on towards the docks, to get at least back towards Upper City to make a new plan, there are heavy footfalls on the dock ahead of you. As 6 Flaming Fist members follow closely behind all of you. Looking ahead, like, you don't think you're going anywhere, do you? Now, put down your stuff nice and easy. This doesn't have to be hard. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5 of you, right? Wait a moment. Abekdar, show me a history check.
Who do you want wrestle history?
History.
From
You.
just Avectos, right?
Abekdos, yes.
That's an 18.
That face is familiar. Though older, weather-beaten, and clearly years of drink on the job, you served with this man many, many, many years ago in the Flaming Fist. Cracks a smile. I never thought I'd see you again. What a fortunate day to find someone like
I
These are friends.
do not know who you're referring to. I have come from faraway lands. Perhaps you could help me. I'm looking for the library.
Oh no. No, I don't think so. Yeah, no, I'm gonna need all you to put your belongings down. Can, show of hands, who here can fight?
Like he's asking us
Yes.
who can fight.
Yeah.
Yash is just raising his hand up high, like, yes, hello.
Vectos puts his hands up and just like, I'm sorry for the lie. I'm just trying to do my best. I don't remember if we left on good terms.
Oh, believe me, we didn't. As he grins even wider.
Very typical.
Yes. So the rest of you. He kind of looks at C-130 and Sherman.
I don't put anything up.
Sherman lifts his little spear with his hands and screams.
Perfect. Hey, Dandy, I'm talking to you. He looks at C1.
I'm not fighting for you, and I suggest that you really think twice about who you're talking to here. And if I have to put down all my luggage, you're gonna regret it.
Oh, I'm not. I'm really not. You see, I'm in charge. Well, second in command, so you'd say, an arm of Zon. Things have changed. The least has, how you say, shifted. You've been drafted. Now, welcome to the Flaming Fist. We have a riot on our hands. Captain Zodge would like to see you near the Basilisk Gate. Chop, chop. And they kind of stand aside, leaving the other end of the dock.
Looking to the others, you're going to love conscription. It's my 3rd time I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds
Yes.
like a party.
And he kind of reaches into a cloak and says, "Even you, Dandy." And he pulls out a conscript. No one's exempt. You're able-bodied. I can see that. Now get going. Can't you see there's unrest as the others that he came with begin to turn around and pushing into the crowd, making their way towards the gate they mentioned. Do you
I
follow?
remember my former frenemies' name?
Yes. Because I sure don't. Moment here. Pull my notes. Mezer. Mezze. Now, do you follow towards back or head back towards Upper City?
I looking to the others again. Like, to be honest, the safest place to be right now is being with the pushers rather than the pushed.
Yeah, I don't like the Flaming Fist. Their ideals don't align with those of Lathander or my family's.
I don't
I don't
either.
like him either.
No. But as you begin to march towards the Basilisk Gate, we zoom out on all our heroes, and I get to read the box text. Welcome to Baldur's Gate. A veritable nest of rats and vipers cling to the rocky slopes overlooking the Kionthar River. From their high perches in the upper city, the local nobles, known as patriarchs, gaze down with veiled contempt upon the common rabble in the grimy lower city, which hugs the foggy harbor. The whole of Baldur's Gate reeks of blood, crime, and opportunity. One can easily fathom why it is that pirates and traders are drawn to this place like flies to a carcass. Following the river farther east would eventually lead you to Elturel, the capital of the Holy Land of Elturgard. At least, that was the case until a few days ago. The flood of refugees from Elturel has gotten worse since news first arrived that the city has fallen. Everyone is saying Baldur's Gate is next. But no one truly knows who or what has claimed Elturel. The Patriarchs pay a mercenary army called the Flaming Fist to protect their interests in Baldur's Gate, and by extension, the city itself. The Flaming Fist has gained even more power since their charismatic leader, Older Ravengard, claimed the title of Grand Duke a few years ago. Apparently, Ravengard is missing. In his absence, the Flaming Fist has sealed the city's gates to staunch the flow of refugees. No one is allowed in or out. All of this was brought to your attention shortly after you were drafted to the Flaming Fist to help defend the city. Your orders are to speak with Captain Zodge at the Basilisk Gate, which pierces the city's eastern wall and takes its name from the various statues that rest in its niches and perch atop its battlements. Unseen beyond the sealed Basilisk Gate, a dirt road stretches through the outer city slums to the bridge known as Worm's Crossing, then to distant realms beyond. Dozens of Flaming Fist soldiers are trying to control an angry mob of commoners trying to leave the city, armed with only a vague description of Captain Zodge, a tall man with long black hair and a leather eye patch. It's taken you a while to find him. A fight breaks out between some soldiers and commoners, and you finally spot the one-eyed captain just as he wades into the fray and begins throwing punches. Just another day in the City of Blood. Please roll initiative. Make sure you click your tokens.
Did click my token. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that
Yeah,
was
it's a
you.
little slow today.
Your sheets might not be tied to that yet. Maybe to go to the settings. Hold on, Agile real quick.
I definitely clicked my token.
So you can manually add your number in there quick. Sherman. And just got a 2. All right. Starting first with Malum.
Oh, there's a timer in Roll20 now?
That's part of this guy's macro. I haven't titled it yet, but there's a mob of people between you and the captain. How are we going to try and get to him, Malum? You're muted.
Sorry, push to talk. Okay, I'm gonna get behind C1 and I'm going to give him bardic inspiration as I'm standing behind him, like kind of like a barrier. I'm gonna just start whispering a small song and just kind of sing to him, which kind of is singing to myself to comfort myself.
Okay, so just holding behind him. Getting ready
Yeah,
to
I'm
move when
just
he
gonna
does.
hold behind. Yeah, and just follow. Yeah, and kind of follow behind him as he kind of pushes through the crowd for me.
Okay, and in the Roll20 chat, you can click done on your turn, and it should move to the next person.
And how do I give him the bardic inspiration, or does he just take it?
He pretty much just takes it. There's no like macro for it or anything like that.
Okay.
Yep, so click that there. Sherman.
Strange. Is it so? How I get through the crowd, right?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So he assumes that like canoeing position. So he's holding his little spear in front of his little body, and he just barrels his little body through, taking out them knees, just knocking those people over. Like a little path, a little halfway path.
Excellent. Roll me an athletics check.
Oh boy.
And make sure to call out your number.
Come on, Sherman. 19.
Yeah, that'll get there. You kind of squat, lower your center of
Yes!
you somehow lower your already super low center of gravity and start barreling through the crowd, knocking commoners aside, shield in hand, and you begin to make your way towards Captain Zodge. Perfect. Hit done on your turn in the chat when you are finished.
Got it.
And it was down to Yosh. How are we going to get through the crowd towards Captain Zodge?
So Yosh is a big dude. He is pretty strong. Can I just like push through as if like people don't actually bother me that much? Just
Yeah, give me an athletics check. Kind of following the wave, sure, man.
Sherman is an inspiration to us all.
The tiniest terror.
All right, 15.
15, that is enough for tier 1. You begin to muscle your way through, following in the wake of Sherman, easily knocking aside. You see that the crowd is the Flaming Fist is doing their best to keep control, in that they're mainly targeting instigators. You see the most people yelling the loudest are getting clubbed the hardest. And Zodge is currently engaged with a probably adolescent looking boy who's shouting something with his family being on the other side of the wall, and Zodge is having none of it and is going to town on this kid. All right, so you make your way there, hit the done in your in the chat there when you finish your turn, and brings us to Evectus. All right, yeah, Evectus.
Evectos admires and really respects these the ways of Yosh and Sherman. Really getting things done their way, but they're so brute force. Vectos is going to do the surgical precision strike and follow the rule that all schools, prisons, and political forums follow. Find the biggest guy and take him out to assume dominance. So he would like to read the crowd for somebody in the front who is got the most gravitas.
Having spent some time in the city, you do see someone has been effectively named in the wide as Big Bill, part of the butchers gang of the upper city. Very, very well built, very powerful. And he's yelling to open the goddamn gate because his delivery, the spoiling on the other side of the gate.
Yeah, Avectos would like to purposely target Bill for a let's say like a little crack to the knee as he'll take the side of a javelin into the side of his leg.
All right, give me an attack roll.
That'll be a 14.
That is more than enough. You take his knee out, and he shouts, and the base of this man bellowing in pain. It just seems to put out like a 50-foot radius of just like, what just happened? And in that moment, everybody turns to look at the big man bellow. You just run past them and are able to move further into the crowd. Excellent work. Hit done.
Okay, I'm going to try and like help Avectos with his plan because it seems resourceful and not hurting people. Can I just like shove people that way?
Yeah, no athletics check.
$18.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah, you continue to help them funnel people in and are doing quite a job. Is flooded. There are like Flaming Fist members like putting on armor, like it's half on as they're running down the like long narrow strip of land between the sea tower and the actual land itself. He's trying to get in reinforcements. It is a madhouse as Zaj just pushing his way through. The people seem to just part around him as he walks through the center of the aisle like an asshole. But he walks further and further, and then finally into his, I suppose, chambers as the riot sounds die down. And he looks at all of you, just kind of for a long moment, lingering on each of you. 5. 5, 5, 5. It's a good number. It's a good number for a job, I suppose. I see you just be contemplating. I see you're at least resourceful. I see that you can do some damage. Yes, I think you might be right for this. This refugee crisis has stoked fears that Baldur's Gate might suffer the same fate of Elturel, but of which nothing remains but a hole in the ground, apparently. Our Grand Duke, Older Ravengard, was visiting Elturel on a diplomatic mission when the city was destroyed. Coincidence? I think not. The Knights of Elturgard called themselves Hell. A few of them escaped the destruction and think we're somehow to blame for Elturel's downfall. What a bunch of self-righteous rabble-rousers, I'd say. We're arresting them on sight. But that's left us short-handed to deal with another problem. For that, I need your help. And he kind of nods at all of you, seeming to like waiting for a challenge on this. Does anybody say anything?
Are we going to get paid?
Of course, but of
Then I'm in.
course. He kind of reaches into his drawer and is like, oh, still some blood on this one. Kind of wipes it off and slides across 5 copper badges that bear the coat of arms of the Flaming Fist. Baldur's Gate has long been plagued by the followers of the Dead Three, the gods Bane, Baal, and Merkel. I thought we wiped them out, but apparently not. These purveyors of fear and death are taking advantage of the current crisis to commit murder sprees throughout the city. As my appointed deputies in the matter, you have license to kill these wretches on sight. Find their lair and wipe it out. Eliminate anyone who gets in your way, and don't worry about collateral damage. With that patriarch boy smashed the other night, the city's breathing down our neck about this. We need this solved yesterday. If you do what I say, I'll see that you each receive 200 gold pieces, in addition to my gratitude, which is worth considerably more. Favors and secrets go a long way. Now, a few blocks from the Basilisk Gate is the Elf Song Tavern. A spy named Torina hangs out there, gathering rumors for the guild. She owes me a favor. So tell her you work for me. Ask her what she knows about the Dead Three. And for the love of Baldurin, be nice. Torina has dangerous friends. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Crystal. But I just have a. How do you know that these ordeals have to do with the Dead Three?
The what?
How do you know that all this has to do with the Dead Three?
All of what? All of what?
All of the goings on in town and these murder sprees.
Well, honestly, I don't think the Elturel has anything to do with the Dead Three. We've been fighting this scourge for some time. They've been killing for a while. I just want them gone. We're dealing with the riots and dealing with the refugee crisis ourselves. The cult has been on the back burner for a while.
Okay.
But they've been brazenly attacking people at night, culminating in a more recent event.
Okay. So we will eliminate them without prejudice.
Yes. Dirty. Yeah, they messed that boy up something nasty. The Bay Knights carry maces. Religion check. Yeah, religion check.
All of us?
Yes.
That's a 22.
Okay, not bad, not
18.
bad. Yes, the Bay Knights, pretty easy to find. Black gauntlet in hand is their symbol. Usually carry maces, martial types mostly. That's about the length of I know. Avectos, you've at least heard of Ball, the god of murder. And Malum and Yosh, you've heard of Merkel, the Lord of Bones, god of undeath. Death. Yes. So, Terranot. And he kind of dismisses you with your new badges. As you're released back out into the streets, the crowds are still milling. People are still rioting. There's some minor looting going on. But at this moment, with your orders set to the Elsong Tavern, what would you like to do?
Whatever the rest of the crew wants to do.
I mean, do we got anything else left to do, or should we just go for the job?
I don't think we have
Yeah.
much preparation left. We have our gear, since we're not traveling anywhere at this point. Where are we staying? Like, where's our base of operations here?
Your place, where we would like to. Most of you have residences, if not just rooms rented.
Okay, so then since we're not traveling, I send my associate back with all of my luggage.
But aren't they looking for us? Like, shouldn't I still be hiding?
That's what you think. Maybe, maybe not. I would say, actually, no. Something else you would know as well is you had a kind of backup just in case to make sure if you all got separated after the event, you all were supposed to leave notes at a dead drop to let each other know that you are, if not making contact, escaped or somewhere else. You all went to check that spot and found no note from Glittergrin. So you can assume your gold-toothed gnomish friend may be at least captured. So staying in the city too long may not be the wisest. Either he's hiding or he's being interrogated.
So I'd say we try to finish the job as fast as we can and try to get out, right?
Yeah, I'm freaking out. I thought we were getting on a boat, and now we're not getting on a boat, and I'm scared of this guy that we got into, but at the same time, I just want to leave. So what are we gonna do, guys? Because I'm freaking out right now.
Good, good.
Do not worry, the boat is still
Go to the
there.
tavern.
Do the job. Maybe when we get done, the waters have cleared up and we can leave. But the boat is still there.
Yeah, you're pretty
Alright.
sure a lot of the boats in the harbor are not going to go anywhere in the next day or two.
All right, so first things first, you need to relax. Coda told me that it's all in the plan of what we're trying to do here. So Coda's got it under control. You can relax. It's fine.
As he says this, my tail is like stroking my hair, like it's petting me, like it's trying to calm me down.
And secondly, let's get ready to do this here. Let's get this over with. I think this is probably going to be some ugly work. So if this is something that you guys aren't feeling up to, or you're going to have some moral discrepancies here, I suggest that you go ahead and you leave them at my house. My servants will watch your moral discrepancies for you. They're really good at that. And we can handle the business at hand.
All right, I hand my moral discrepancies over to his people. Careful. Make sure they get food.
What do they look like?
Very stressed.
All right. So you can head to the Elf Song Tavern, a famous locale. Its name given by the disembodied elven spirit of a beautiful female voice that frequently sings a haunting tune throughout the tavern. Outside are bouncers, two of them. One of them, a gruff looking female half ogre, kind of nods at all of you. The other bouncer shows no emotion or no seemingly notion that it knows you're there. But you do feel watched as a massive set of dented full plate armor stands on the other side of the door. Its visored helm glowing dimly from within. But you see no face, no form, just armor. As you approach, it kind of leans back. As the light filters into the hall, like the cracks in the full face visor, you see that there is indeed nothing within it. And as it kind of leans back and its shoulders flex, it kind of crosses its arms with two big clunks. And you see, etched across all five of its knuckles, are the words clank and clunk, and heavily pitted gauntlets. And I'll move you all over there right now. Oops. They made too many of you. Oh, hold on here. All right, perfect. So you see the front door to the Elf Song Tavern. Windows peering, and it is still somewhat busy. Anybody head inside?
Hmm.
All right, go ahead and make your-
Vectos will
Yes.
head inside. But he's gonna put his badge in a pocket real quick and motion maybe for all the others to do the same, unless they don't want to.
I'll follow his
Sherman
example.
will kind of put that into his little armor. Sticks right against the armor because of the pillow in there. What? Nothing. There's no pillow in there.
Excellent. So heading inside, you see that there are patrons all over. The bartender looking behind. Some of you who probably grew up in the city or spent time here would know Alan Aleth, the half elf who runs this place. Kind of nods at all of you. You see that there are others kind of sitting around. Most notably, you see that there is. Oh, they just gave them. Okay, cool. Yeah. You see a bunch of kind of rough-looking shipwrights. You see just regular people down here in this first floor. There are stairs leading up to the second floor. There's Alan behind the bar. What would you like to do?
I mean, what's our target again?
We're
A
looking
woman
to
named
talk to
Tarina.
So I guess we look around, right? Who could it be?
I'm gonna walk up to the bar, sit down. I'm gonna call Alan over. Alan, could I get another beer? And I owe you a little bit from last time, I think, still. I apologize for everything that happened. You know how it gets when the boys are out having fun.
He chuckles. But of course. And you can't help but notice that Alan looks a little distracted, but a little less than his cheery self. But he does pour you your drink, and kind of do any of you follow C1?
I do.
Yep. I will
Yeah.
also
Anybody
go
else
to
who walks up, they pours you a drink as well.
I'm kind of bewildered. Like everything's really new to me in here. Like I'm kind of looking around. Coda's behind me, and he's kind of his mannerisms are kind of like as if we're both looking at the same thing, scanning, and my eyes and my head is just swiveling. It's moving around, just staring at everybody and taking everything in.
There's a lot to see, and you have never really felt more watched than you do at this moment.
Vectos is scanning the private booths because shady information brokers are usually they're shady or they like to hang out in the public.
Yeah, I mean, looking around, you see there are some private booths down here, but most of them appear to be empty. The only people who are down here are playing cards or playing dice or on the tables. We don't you see some people, some armored figures, mostly commoners, but you don't really see anybody matching that kind of vibe that you're looking for there.
Can I kind of figure out what the bartender seems so preoccupied about, like with insight or something?
Sure. Do you want to ask him or just gonna look at him?
I want to look at him first.
Okay.
6.
6. You don't know what Calvin looks so concerned about. This is fine. Alan's fine.
All right, then I ask, hey, Alan.
Hmm?
Hold on, sorry. Hey, Alan. You
Yes.
you look a little tired or something. What's up? Overworked?
Yeah. Last night, the lady changed her song. It's gonna throw me for a loop. She hasn't been singing as much, and when she does, it's a different song. She's never changed it before.
Do you know this new song?
I haven't memorized it. It's in Elvish, and my Elvish is not as good as it used to be. You got chuckles, but if you hang around long enough, I'm sure you'll hear it again.
I think there's something special about this song, guys.
But he, pours more drinks. So what brings you in? Just killing time?
I'm sorry, I didn't have a chance. I wanted to say something. I wanted to ask him if, like, eagerly if I can hear the song because I love learning new songs.
We don't command lady to sing. She'll sing when she wants to.
Just ask loud or nicely at the room.
Respect.
Again, chuckles at that. But yes. So just drinks, food, or what do you need from me?
I think we need a little bit of good buddy Alan.
Bit of what?
A little bit of information.
Oh. Well, see what I know.
I ask him if he knows this person that we're looking.
Tarina. Yes, Tarina is. And at that moment, you hear scuffling from upstairs, and just shouting, and just you cheating little, and then a small explosion goes off, and it kind of drops the bar rag, and just it's probably her. Real spirited one, Tarina.
Do I wait for her to come downstairs, or do you think I just go up there and trade huge explosions with her, or what?
More likely the latter, though you'd have more luck asking her for a dice game.
Dice game. All right. So I turn to my compatriots. I say, which of you shady fuckers knows how to play dice?
Sherman knows how to play dice. Sherman likes dice.
Dice
Makes him
games
feel
are
alive.
below people of my stature, so I never played dice with the rabble growing up.
Yash doesn't like to
Gambling by
gamble.
people
He
with
does
money.
not have good.
But if there was ever going to be a dice hustler, it would be the halfling.
Okay.
All right.
Sherman bets on his life constantly by existing.
So I ask little Al how exactly I go about approaching her for a dice game. What would little Al's suggestion be?
Well, you could likely just ask. I have a feeling her opponent is no longer playing.
Is she playing with him up in her bedroom then, or is it like there's their gaming rooms
Oh,
upstairs?
there's another common room upstairs.
All right.
There are rooms upstairs, but there's a center kind of common room.
All right, so I grab Big Sherm and we head up there.
Okay.
I'm stoked.
I
Getting all
follow
ready.
immediately behind them.
Vectos follows at a distance.
Yash just finishes
Alright.
his drink.
All right, so I tell Big Sherm, I said, this is how we're going to play it, Big Sherm. I need you to play her like at least 2 or 3 times. I need you to lose. Then we're going to give her the old 1-2 hustle and flow, and I need you to win. And Maloom is going to give you a little boost, as well as I'm going to be trying to stealth cast a little guidance on you to get your dice rolls proper. And then we're going to beat her, and then or before we play the 4th or 3rd time, we're going to tell her that we want to play for some higher stakes, and then we'll ask her for some information.
When are we
Bits
gonna
of
ask her to
information.
sing?
Different person.
Oh no, the singer sounds to be like a ghost, so I'm not ready for that to happen at all.
That's why I said ask the room nicely.
Yeah.
Ask the room. Sherman will try his best to play her, but I will also say you can't beat halfling luck. That just goes. Can't control it.
Oh,
Its own
Sherman, don't fuck
personality.
this up. Sherman, don't fuck this up.
Sherman really likes to win. Okay.
I know. Sherman, you can't, we're not going to get the information if you just beat her. So, and then I'm going to keep an eye and make sure nobody's cheating either.
Oh. But again, we are going to play Baldur's Dice. So as you approach upstairs, there is a kind of cloud is permeating the air, not just your average cigar and pipe smoke. Still a little more acrid than that. There is a trail of blood leading from the common room table out towards this room down here. And then you hear like a creaking, like a window open, and then silence for about 2 seconds, and then a big meaty thud. And post that, you see a hold on here. You see this figure here is the one that comes walking back. A very, let's say, wiry looking female. She looks about as rough as she smells, which you can smell from the stairway. She kind of grins at you through some teeth. And she sits back down and kind of clears the table, gathering the last of the coins towards her, and looks at the newcomers. Fancy a game? We've just had an empty seat.
Yes, we do. My good buddy Big Sherm here is a world-renowned dice player, and we've heard that you're pretty good.
I will sit down and introduce myself as Sherm with the perm. Here to party.
I'm Tarina. And as she breaks out the dice, you see the 2 other figures who are sitting at the table with her. You see a kind of burly-looking shipwright with no eyebrows, kind of like pull his remaining coins to him, like I'm out this round. And so does the there's a very jovial looking half orc at the end of the table. He's gonna chuckle himself like, yeah, maybe I'll skip this one too. And Tarina looks it up to Sherm. He's like, oh, looks like it's just the 2 of us. How's about 5 gold?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, 5 gold sounds fantastic.
Okay, so we're gonna do this in a kind of a weird way. Go ahead and turn. So, go ahead and hit / and copy and paste that right after it. And then it should say talking to myself on your Roll20 sheet.
So / talk to myself.
All
And
one
then
word.
what? On?
Mhm.
And then just press enter.
Yep.
Okay.
No on. Just talk to myself. Did it work?
No, I mean, yeah, it worked.
Perfect. Now, same as before, I need you to roll 3d6.
Okay.
Now, the rules are very simple. It's much like blackjack. You roll 3d6. The object is close to 21 without going over. We go around starting with you. You can stand or roll an additional die to add to your total. When everybody stops rolling, we calculate the winner, and the pot is taken. So starting with you, Sherm. Would you like to stand or roll?
Hit me.
All right. Go ahead and roll
Roll.
another d6.
Okay.
Tarina
All right.
is also going to roll. Sure.
I will also roll. Okay. What's she
She's
gonna
going
do?
to roll.
I will roll. Okay.
She's going to look at her kind of pile of dice behind her hand, grin, and roll.
Okay,
Sure.
Sherman will roll. Just a question. Do you want me to let you know if I busted or hit 21?
Once you stand, then copy and paste your result,
when it
your whole
happens?
result in the chat. Yeah. So when you're done, just copy and paste that to
Okay.
run into the chat.
Oh, well, goodness me. It looks like I have busted. I am still talking to myself. I just realized that.
Mhm.
One
Mhm.
second. Does that work?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Sherman's angry little face is going to get real determined because he wants to play again.
Yeah, she is going to live with her 18 and chuckle. That was a lot of ones. And take the 10 gold. Like, easy money. How about the rest of you? There's plenty of seats.
How about
Sherman's going to slam another
we-
5 gold down.
how about I try to stop Sherman from putting the 5 gold down. I say, how about instead of us paying 5 gold, you bet 5 gold, and if we win, we get to ask 5 questions.
Hmm.
You have to tell the truth by friendship law.
No. If it's information you want, I've got something else.
What's
You
that?
see, if you want a game, like, you see, I've got some friends. Well, maybe they were at one point. And word is they've just hit town. Fortunately, before this crisis, as they're calling it, hit. They may come looking for me. They may come soon. If they do come here looking for me, I think it'd be in both our best interests if they don't find anything but a blade. Do we have an understanding?
Oh yes. Do you guys get it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still drinking my ale or whatever at the bar.
Sherman's waxing the end of his little spear. He's down.
Perfect. 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 Now, Deadeye is a complicated man, and he rarely travels alone. There are 5 of you, but it wouldn't hurt to bolster your numbers. I'm going to catch a quick nap. She nods to one of the rooms. When the deed is done, come and get me. Unless you'd like to play some dice, of course.
Are you gonna let us use your soldiers then?
Me? Oh, I have no need for soldiers.
Ah. Do you know where we could find some people to help us?
She looks around the bar. You'll find no shortage here, so long as you can pay.
One clank and clunk.
Just make sure you do not anger the bar staff. As you say, clank and clank. They will not interfere in any bar fights unless you assault them or damage the property of the bar considerably. And I'd recommend not angering clank. But many of the people here, I'm sure, as she nods, like looking at all the people in the room around you currently, will be more than happy to help.
All right, guys. How big of a
Mhm.
squad do you think we need here?
Do we really need another person?
I think our squad's big enough. We're tough.
You're level 1.
We have
Sherman
guts.
is interested in gathering as many people as possible, but also playing more people in dice to earn back the 5 gold he lost. What's up? Recouping. Stingy little man.
Oh, okay. Sherman. Double or nothing.
Yeah, let's do it.
You
have
don't have
double?
10 gold.
Yash would front him the money.
I have a lifetime of experiences.
Shame. But yeah, so looking around the room, you see several curious figures. You see that there is the person who moved away, kind of back to the seat here, the eyebrowless shipwright, who looks very deep in his cups. At the end of the table, you did see the very imposing half-orc with a very, very boisterous laugh, who is now enjoying talking with the eyebrowless man. Some sea tales, of course. You see a halfling, the top of this table over here. She is heavily scarred across her face, and she's flipping a golden coin from hand to hand. You see another halfling, this one a bit stouter, wearing a very colorful cape. She has lots of pockets and vests and like little like sprigs, and she smells very heavily of alchemical components. You additionally see back here a very slight-looking man. You'd almost mistake him for a patriarch if you didn't know better. See one. He's wearing very noble clothing, but it's a couple of seasons old and moderately threadbare. But he seems to be very intently writing in a large book with an oversized quill. And lastly, but not leastly, sitting by herself at a table, you see a robed figure, a woman who is kind of peering at her dice contemplatively. Who would you like to talk to? If anyone.
All
I'm
No,
right.
intrigued by
Bryce.
the guy with the quill. Why is it so big? Does it hide secrets?
Do you want to go over and ask?
I mean, maybe. I feel like he's entertaining, but I don't know if he's going to be helpful. What does the group feel?
I say we look for some of the
Allies
more
are good.
upstanding looking guys, but that's just me.
What do you mean by upstanding?
I mean, let's not get the scuzziest looking guys here.
But
He's a
oversized
classist.
quilt.
He means the people who look poor.
Wow, dude. That's elitist.
It is elitist, but the people with the most money are going to have the best gear usually. At least that's in my experience.
Yeah, you're in Lower City. There's no one with money here.
Well,
There's traders and merchants. But this is about the level of clientele you're going to find down here. You're also kind of getting more nervous by the minute, being of a patriarch family and being down here. You're liable to get stabbed by. This is the kind of place you're in. Then that's the whole of the Lower City.
all right, guys. So I think this is where you guys take over, and you guys go find the best garbage in this garbage pile for us, and then let's get moving here.
That's the patriarch we know.
All right. Who will play me in dice?
I don't think you have any money.
I do have money left.
How much do you have left?
Arguably, I do. My character sheet says it does. 21.65.
I will
21.55.
give you
When I saw
some
six.
Was that
money so
after
that
we
you
bought all your
can-
stuff? All right,
Yes,
yeah,
it is. You were bragging about it.
Oh yeah, I did do that. Damn me. Fuck. I mean the woman with the robes. I was looking for a game, definitely.
Let's go see if she will be our friend for a game of dices.
Yes. Kind of. As you approach her, she seems kind of excited, and she leans forward, and from like between her from her robes, kind of leans forward. A heavy pendant kind of swings out. You see it is of a wide open eye and a gold set. You can roll a religion check if you'd like.
Yes, something.
Looks like the Eye of Savras, a god of
Aye.
divination and fate. So definitely some sort of divine persuasion.
Cheater? What? Okay. Okay.
As she grins at you. Oh, hello. I am Rahima. What is your name?
Hello, Rahima. I am Sherman. I feel like gambling.
Well, it
One
appears you
boy
found
is
your
gonna
lady.
like put his little sack of coins down.
Would any of your friends like to join us?
Come on, y'all. Let me take your money.
Yash will just watch.
She puts down 2 gold
Yay.
pieces.
Can we raise in this environment? Because Sherman will put down 3.
So no, basically the player's she'll match 3.
Did you say she'll match?
Yeah. So
Okay.
as you're playing, so go ahead and roll your 3d6. As you're playing, the rest of you like kind of chatting her up and asking like, what do you want to? What's your angle on her besides just playing the game? Just gonna straight up ask her what's the plan.
Is this the person we're looking for? Or is it just no, it's one of those like shitty people hanging out, right?
Yes.
Did she tell us her name when we came to the table?
Yes. name is Rahima.
I timidly ask Rahima where she's. I ask her where.
Oh, Tormish. Not too far from here. As she winks. It's clear. You know it's down in the Moonsea. It's decently far away. But I like to travel.
Me too.
What brought you here?
The stars of the Moonsea are beautiful, but I'd like to see them all over. You see that she was contemplating her dice, but also working on a very advanced-looking star chart.
That's
She's
cool. Can I see?
heavily, yeah, she's highly into astrology.
Astrology or astronomy?
The first one.
Okay.
She's a
Can I
diviner.
tell anything? That's awesome. Can I tell anything from this map at all?
Roll me a d4.
How do I do that again? You know what?
/R space 1d4. Yeah, you can actually tell a couple of things. It's good work at the very least. It's accurate. This it seems you're looking at these stars alignments not from the Sword Coast. A lot of the constellations don't make a lot of sense to you, so it definitely was taking place somewhere over near the Sea of Fallen Stars. So it's definitely traveled quite some distance.
Well,
But it's
then
good work.
I compliment her on her work. It looks like she worked hard, and that's not an easy thing to do.
No, she is very flattered at this, and looks at Sherman. Roll or stand.
Hello.
There you are.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're kind of chopping up.
Okay. Did you ask me if I'm rolling or?
Yeah.
Okay, here. Let me roll those 3 dice really quick. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna roll.
All right. So is she.
Hold on, math. Okay. Rolling again.
So will she.
Rolling again.
And so will
That
she.
did work. It's just the same number. Rolling again.
Okay. She's gonna stand.
I will also stand.
Okay. She reveals her dice to reveal a
Did
20.
you want me to type my number again?
Yeah.
What'd she get?
20 total.
Same. I also got a 20. Does that just mean we get our money back?
I think that means you have to, she wants to double down. Or you
Favorite
can play her.
words. Double down.
Sure, she'll do that. And while you guys are playing your next round, what's your next line of questioning? Yoshi seems to have warmed up to you quite a little bit.
I'm trying to figure out
Oop.
what is the best thing to find out, essentially. I don't know.
I can just ask her if she's gonna help you take care of a problem that's gonna come.
What would bring you to a place like this?
Drinks, of course. And looks at Sherman. Stand or hold?
How about work?
Sorry, I had to get
sorry.
myself on.
Roller stand. Well, I
Oh.
mostly made my trade following ships and guiding, doing some navigating. I stopped in port here for what appears to be too long, as my ship won't be leaving anytime soon, I'm afraid. She kind of nods towards the outside.
Yeah, I understand. We're kind of in the same situation.
Sherman, did you roll or stand?
I rolled.
Okay, she's gonna roll as well.
So will I.
Okay, she's gonna stand.
Hmm. Do I want to chance it all? Yep, I'm gonna roll again. What number is that? Hold on. Plus. God damn it. I will stand, I guess.
Okay, she's got a total of 20.
Sherman busted at 22. Sherman is a sad
All right.
boy.
Let's take your gold. And seems very giddy. Like it may not be just the riots that are holding her here. She seems to have a bit of a gambling bug. Definitely tell that.
For sure.
But that was excellent. What brings all of you here? If you don't mind me asking.
We give her a basic rundown, kind of what we're doing, and then my friends are here visiting me. We kind of all ended up in a little bit of a situation. Now we're trying to help the Flaming Fist out, and I'd figure we'd just go ahead and proposition her and be like, we got some things that we have to take care of for old girl over there, and we need some help.
All right. Well, I think I can see gold. I can always tell when there's gold about. There's 5 of you. So 2 gold apiece. That'll help you with your little problem.
2 gold a person.
Mm-hmm.
And then so that's just a flat rate. There'll be no treasure cut if we were to find anything.
Correct.
Is it you guys all got 2 gold pieces, or we got any broke dicks in the house here?
I mean, I think I have money, as far as I understand it.
Yeah, starting gold is between 10 and 15. It should have been in your background. Explain how much your starting gold is there.
Vectos will toss in the 2.
So
Sherman's
Yash,
gonna look really annoyed and tossing in 2 to this person who just wiped the floor with him, but he'll do it.
Yes, she will revel in taking more of your money. Yeah, she's very smug about this, and you see her. Double check here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so you kind of like pulls her holy symbol like outside of her robe, like kind of within easy reach of her hand, and she sets her other arm on the wooden table, and there's a clunk as she does so, as the club in her sleeve hits the table. She's gonna nods at all of you. You have 1 ally.
I respect her.
That's sick. I'm
A little
into it.
marker for. So it's a good ally color.
Blue.
How many more do you guys think we need?
Yeah, I like the green. It's the most shocking.
We need Clank and Clunk.
You know that they're bar staff. They're not going to fight with you.
Ah, why you gotta do me like that?
I know.
Coolest character, and all he does is sit there.
Well, unless you fuck up majorly, and then there's a lot more than that.
So you're saying we can kite him to the enemy?
That's
excellent idea.
Yeah. So again, you have the scar-faced halfling, the kind of The other halfling with the kind of earthy toned clothing, the half orc, the eyebrowless shipwright, and he's no sure he's a big dude. And he's got a kind of a bag of tools next to him. And then there's the man with the giant quill, who's writing very intently on sheets and sheets of paper.
I think we should go for the quill guy. We don't have a lot of spells in this group, really, do we? Do we have any mages?
I'm a cleric. I have some spells.
I will reiterate, no, we have no full casters.
All right, let's go talk to the quill guy. Let's send Maloom. See if he's interested in your tiefling background.
Maybe you can tell me something about my tiefling background because I don't even know that much.
There you go. That sounds like a perfect icebreaker. Go, 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 go.
All right, heading over to this man. He's very intent in his work. As you approach, doesn't look up. He's got ink stains all over his fingers, and he is writing lines of flowing, beautiful cursive script. Even you can tell that doesn't seem to be doesn't seem to be arcane in nature. It just seems to be very, very nice writing.
I timidly tell him as I sit down in front of him that it's beautiful.
Thank you. Are you a patron of the arts?
I like to look at it. I was never taught it.
Oh, what a shame. Though, you'll be able to enjoy it soon enough once it reaches the stage in the Baldwin Theater.
Oh, I wish I could sing in a theater. That's my
Yes,
dream.
I am Ulrich Whitmirth, playwright extraordinaire. Pleasure to be meeting you. And who am I?
My tail comes out and I'm like, that's Coda, and goes to shake his hand. And then I put my hand on my chest and go, I'm Maloom.
Oh, and that's curious. He kind of nods and like goes to like shake your tail's hand, and with the other hand, you see him write like character question mark like in a margin. Save for later. Like, oh, you are quite beautiful. Is there something I can do? Sure, you wouldn't bother yourself with someone like me otherwise.
No, I mean, you look like you know things. And so I don't really know much. And do
Oh,
you
quite
know
I
much
do. I've
about
seen the
this
whole
place?
world through pages. I know so much.
Oh, what do you know about this place?
Oh, the elf song. Storied building. That haunting elven spirit that sings intermittently. An old establishment. Storied, of course. Not. I know that. That's there's a in the bar that Alan keeps. He doesn't clean it very often, so it's hard to read. But they got a review many years ago. The review is as follows: The Elf Song Tavern is very hard on the stomach, especially when someone sticks a knife in it. And he chuckles and says, "Yes, that was written by the great Volothamp Gadar
That's
on his first and last visit to the Elf Song Tavern."
okay. That's crazy.
Somebody killed
Do you-
Volo?
No, unfortunately not. But a wound. I wish I could have been there to see it. I would have written all about it.
Do you know much about tieflings like me? And I just
Um, he kind of gives you that like, Gretchen, you just can't just ask people. Like he doesn't like know exactly how to answer that question correctly. He's clearly moderately uncomfortable. It's like um in infernal bloodlines is what I've heard. Sometimes I know some of these storied families in Waterdeep have tiefling lineages when they were not forced when they chose to keep their businesses afloat through some creative deals and bookkeeping. That's I know.
Okay, okay. So, I know this is kind of weird too, but like our group over here, my friends and I, we kind of have this thing that we have to do, and we're wondering if you can get our help. If we can get your help.
But of course, what can I do for you?
So, if I remember correctly, if I ask this on a side note, we're asking him to come and help us fight this like thing, right?
Yeah. Tarina's friends, quote unquote.
Okay, so would you, with your casting abilities, could you maybe come and kind of help us out, like with defeating these bad people?
Oh, they say bravery is the soul of wit. I'm sure I can help you with your casting. Absolutely.
Oh, I knew I made the right choice with you. With all not your art just tells bravery and so many tales that you have. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it, Coda.
I have to. I mean, of course, I must value my time. As my agent was telling me, he's not here, so I guess I can give you. How about a gold piece? Just one, just so I can say I took something for my time.
Oh, I mean, I will give you like 3 gold pieces. See that guy right over there? And I point over at C1. And I
Mhm.
was like, he'll take care of all of this. I mean, he's got it. He's got it under control.
Oh, excellent. Perfect. Okay. Just let me know when they arrived. And he kind of goes back to writing.
Thank you. And I get up and I go and I scurry over to C1 and Yosh and the rest of them, and I tell them what happened.
You have
Did,
one
did
more.
you ask him what
Nice.
the quill was for? Why is it so big?
Because he has so many things to write.
So you
Yosh
have
is impressed.
2 halflings, a half orc, and a shipwright.
Sounds like an A team to me.
Oh no, I left to talk to. You recruited so far Ulrich Whitmirth, the human with the giant quill, Rahima, the acolyte of Severus, and yeah, there's those 2 so far.
What are we getting into here? Is this place
Maybe
like
the half orcs.
Oh, I mean, you look at you gotta look at Tarina. You know a pirate when you see one. She has friends that are coming to look for her. You can assume it's probably her old crew.
so we're storming a ship? Or
Oh
at
no, they're
least a
coming
dry
to
dock?
find her. They're coming here.
Oh, okay.
Can we just like make an announcement to the whole room of like, hey, if you guys want a little bit of money, maybe not a little bit, omit that, but if you guys want money, there's a fight coming. Just be on our sides.
You're putting a lot of faith in the common trust.
Money.
Yes, once they have the money, they no longer have a reason to be there.
That's why you promised to give them the money after the fight.
No.
Ensure that you are alive first.
They'll each take 3 in advance if that's your offer.
I mean, I'm asking the group before I actually make an announcement.
Okay. I mean, there's only 3 people left in the room that you haven't talked to.
But they could be asking for more.
Yeah. So
Do we need one more?
You said there were 2 halflings?
yep, 2 halflings.
Is it like a 2-for-1 deal?
They're not sitting next to each other. Not all half. God, just because they're halflings does not mean they know each other.
I
Does not mean
mean,
they're friends.
they look exactly the same.
Ooh.
And I made their tokens. I made
drumming.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so this is where I was coming from. I mean,
It's
that
just the
sounded so
ominous
accusatory.
music.
I'm sorry. But yeah,
It's
so you
got
want to talk
war
to the
music
last two?
coming up. All right. Do we want the half orc?
I feel like we should want the half orc.
All right. Avectos will go mosey up with the half orc.
Maybe you can seduce her.
I mean, that's an idea for Avectos, but
Yeah. And as he says that, looks up at you. Actually,
What?
yo, probably roll me a history. Laura,
Oh, me?
you are Yosh. Yes.
Sorry, I heard roll me a history check, and that was it. And I thought you
Oh,
were talking to
sorry,
somebody
I
else.
meant to say. I said you as well. Sorry. Yeah.
22.
Okay. Yeah, you actually know this person. This is Wall Mightly, the legendary ratter. He is a rat catching. He carries his own ratting stick. Very, very powerful man. Drink, loves to laugh. His works as exterminator for many years. But you definitely recognize that he approaches you like, no. As going up to him.
Yeah, I'll go up to him.
Wait,
I'll
didn't somebody say
fangirl
they're
over
going
him.
to him?
Oh,
Did somebody say they were going up to him?
I will. Yeah.
Okay, I thought somebody said that earlier. Yeah, so going up to him, yeah, he kind of nods at you as you approach.
I'll go up there with her.
I just start fangirling over him. Like, are you that guy? Like, I recognize you, right? You're so cool. I've heard so much about you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm well. Yeah. With rats, you need taken care of.
I mean, there's sort of
Now.
some rats we need some taking care of.
Good. Oh, okay. We called off because those ones cost extra.
How much?
Mm. 5 gold pieces.
I can fund them that money. Yeah, I can do that. Sure. Anything. Like,
How will I
dude,
know
you're cool.
the rest when I Frank? What's our signal?
Oh shit, there's trouble. Does that work for you?
That works just fine. And he kind of reaches down beneath the table, and there's kind of a heavily like oilcloth wrapped package. Like a long cylinder near his foot, and kind of unwraps the end of it, and he's a bat. He's thinking, puts it next. Just not goes back to playing like the cards. His hand, or he's just looking at you, looking at the stairs. He's ready. See, that's Wall Nightly.
A true friend.
Yeah. Now the remains are the two without eyebrows. The scar-faced, gold coin-flipping halfling, and then the kind of more amiable, older-looking, very nice, which is strange for this part of the town.
Okay, so how much time?
Serena didn't really say. Um, she said she was taking a nap. Could be minutes, could be hours. She knows they're coming. She knows they're in town, but which has kind of been representative of this. This is kind of smooth play games. He has a good point to throw some of these in. Sense is it's not just the flaming fists that aren't trusting these refugees. Most people are
Danny, you are the
thinking
full
that
robot
there's some
right
sort
now.
of advanced scouts for advanced ballers. Others just playing saying the has been to Craven Guard. Oh, is that better? Hello? Right. So I mean, it's taken you a while to get this information out. There's no faith in the Flaming Fist anymore. There's a lot of guessing to who will be taking over with Older Ravengard gone. A lot of bets are on Thalmara Van Thamper, the Sewer Queen, as she's called by some. One of the lesser liked dukes in the upper city. C-130, you would know this being a patriot yourself. She is not from a noble family. The Van Thampers made their fortune doing infrastructure and working throughout the city. Reasons is up that way, and those origins do not play well with her contemporaries.
Blue
Because-
collar money, new money.
Exactly. Yes. Would you like to talk to the halflings, or would you like to just wait for your
Robots
Tarina's
back.
friends?
I mean, maybe the halflings would be down for a fight just for the sake of it. One of them. Maybe just one person left in this bar would like to just fight for a fight.
Big Sherm, you're up. Go talk to your people.
That's racist.
Sherman will take the baguette that he keeps with him at all times and go talk to his people.
Can I have some of that baguette though?
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, damn it. You
Now,
grab your
are they
baguette.
together? Like,
No, they're not. They're sitting out. Again, they don't know each other. They're sitting on opposite sides of the room.
yeah. No, I get it. We're not assuming that they know each other. It's fine. It's because they're halflings. I get it.
Yes.
See.
So which one do you want to talk to? The bumpy scarred face and the gold coin, or the one kind of sitting with the heavy cloak? Or so like the colorful cape. Sorry.
I'm gonna go for heavy
Colorful-
cloak. Sorry, the cape one, cape boy.
Yeah. All right.
You go talk to that one.
She is sitting there, drinking. As you approach, she kind of nods at you amiably. You can tell that she is a stout halfling. Or sorry, not stout. Looks almost like a stout, but definitely a strong heart. She smells like an apothecary. She's doing a teas, herbs, and it's kind of strange because she doesn't smell in this place, which is kind of nice. That colorful cape she's wearing is stuffed full of pockets with little herbs and spices kind of coming out of them. She puts some fresh herbs on top of the butter on the baguette.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Hello there. You have like the best cape I've ever seen in my life for extra additions to snacks and other trinkets. How are you?
I'm all right. It's another day in the city. I like to get my drinks here. Nice place. Sometimes. Entertaining crowds. As she kind of nods to the trail of blood leading from the Tarina's table to the now open window in the other room.
Yeah, for sure. This is absolutely like also totally my kind of entertainment. Out of curiosity, does that dope cape ever see action? Does it do anything in fights and whatnot?
The cape? No, but the wearer, of course. It's been some time since my
So,
adventuring days, but I'm sure I could help out a little bit. What seems to be the problem?
well, we've got a bunch of people here who have been threatening one of our friends, and as good friends, we feel like we need to defend her.
Hmm.
But also, I think outside of that, I
How
just want to see your
brave.
cape in action.
It appears to be the going rate is 5 gold pieces. I'm old,
5
but my
gold
hearing is
pieces.
still fantastic.
What if I give you the rest of my baguette?
I could buy more baguettes with gold.
What about the baguette and 2 gold pieces?
4.
3.
3.
3, but I want that whole stick of butter you've got in your pocket.
I mean, deal.
Fair.
As she winks at C1. She chuckles to herself and kind of reaches into her heavy traveling cloak draped over the back of her chair and pulls out a very large kind of tankard with a kind of twisted wooden handle that those with does anybody have a passive perception of 14 or higher? Does anybody have a plus 4
That's
in
a
their perception
negative.
score?
I
I
have a
got 12.
13.
Oh yeah, I guess it's level 1. Yeah, 13 be enough. There's no way you could have the 14 without having a wisdom class. So looking at it, you can tell that the handle is not part of the original design, and the part she's grasping looks a lot more like a wand than a handle, just attached to a tankard. As she kind of sits, kind of leaning her chair back towards the wall and waiting. As you've now made the friendship of Willow Brownbug.
What a halfling fucking name. Sherman, what is wrong? Why do you have such a cool name and all these other people have these sing-songy ass halflings, dude?
Well, I picked my name.
You know, Sherman, I'm not a big
So that's
fan of
probably why
halflings in
my name
general,
is Six
but
Top.
you're an all right halfling. If anybody ever tells me I don't like halflings, then I'm gonna let them know I have a halfling friend named Sherman.
Sherman takes that compliment very, very seriously. No one has ever told him that he's better than other halflings. He's super into that.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah. Yes. There's the Scarface halfling and the man with no eyebrows. Would you like to talk to the Scarface halfling?
I think we're
Yeah.
good.
Do we want to talk to Scarface halfling?
We're just
Don't
gonna,
we have enough people and also not enough
are you gonna
money?
recruit the whole bar?
I mean, why not?
Go ahead,
I'm
my
a-
dude.
I'm
Go
a
ahead.
much bigger fan of paying other people to get hurt and watching it happen.
But where's the glory in that?
It's not about glory. That's just the order of things. I have more money, so I pay for other people to do things for me.
It's order. It's order. Huh.
Perfect. So, yeah, roll me an insight check, C1. Actually, you can tell the man with no eyebrows, the shipwright, though strong, doesn't look like a fighter. But he is some 100% grade A fodder.
Fodder is what I like.
The halfling looks incredibly dangerous.
All right, so I'm gonna go up to the guy with no eyebrows, and I'm gonna tell him just plain and simple that I need bodies in the upcoming fight we have, and I'll pay him 2 gold pieces, and I'll paint on his eyebrows for him.
I'll take the 2 gold pieces, but don't you touch my eyebrows. They're gone.
It's really quite unbecoming, and I think I have something in my kit that could probably touch that up for you and make you look a lot more inviting.
Roll a persuasion check.
Yikes. I'm going to
A
go ahead and use my
unibrow.
bardic inspiration.
2 gold pieces and 1 big eyebrow. I've always wanted 1 eyebrow.
Oh, that couldn't have gone worse. Okay.
Perfect. And he opens his bag of tools next to him, puts a very mean-looking mallet on the top of the pile, and leaves the bag open next to him as he waits patiently for his unibrow.
All right, I get one of my touch-up pencils out of my grooming kit, and I go ahead and draw a absolutely dastardly villainous unibrow on him. With a little bit of like a cat eye on the end of it. Turn it up on the side.
Perfect. And so you have Scrawldar
Hot.
Fane, the shipwright. Lastly, the halfling, the dangerous-looking halfling flipping the gold coin.
I go up to him and I tell him, I said,
Her.
you are about her. I go up to her and I say, you are about the most dangerous looking midget I think I've ever seen.
I don't know whether to be insulted or offended. Either way, 10 gold pieces.
10 gold pieces. God, that scar must have come from you hitting your head on the side of a table when you walked by it. You might not be thinking clearly.
Oh, I definitely am. I happen to know my worth.
How about
Nice.
Dangerous woman.
let me introduce you to Big Sherm and his baguette.
He doesn't have a baguette anymore. Oh, I get it.
I'm gonna be honest, he always has a baguette. That's the real truth, though. It's like pocket sand. It's always there.
If you weren't already barking up the wrong tree, I will say the types and armors are never really my pick. Cowardly, I think. Armor.
Sherman feels directly attacked.
So you think that I'm hiding something under this armor?
A lack of speed, a lack of dexterity, a lack of finesse, to be precise. Brutish is a way of force, absolutely. It gets things done. I've seen it in the rank and file, but I have a set of skills that are worth more than that.
5 gold pieces up front, and for everybody you kill, I'll give you an additional 2.
I think we have a deal. As she kind of uncrosses her legs, and you see the foot that was not facing you has a blade extended from the toe that she retracts back into the heel.
I love her.
You weren't going to try to hurt the Jewels of Lathander, were you?
You know, it's a small dagger, but maybe not small enough. And she's going to walk over to the corner and kind of lean, watching the door.
I'm going to keep an eye on that little fucking booger.
Yeah. Actually, he's gonna stand next to the other halfling, kind of watching the back of the stairs. And with your new ally, so that's you. I need to grab her. Oh, there you go. Yeah. But just stand next to her, and actually, gonna be one more over. Yeah. So with your new allies and wait, you begin to burn some time drinking, watching, waiting. When you hear the doors to the Elfsong Tavern get kicked in, and you hear screaming and a ruckus from down below. It appears that Tarina's friends have come calling. And that is where we'll pick up next week. Thank you all very much for playing. And thank you all very much for watching. And we will, of
Thank
course,
you.
see you next
Thank
Tuesday.
you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Ben. Good night.
Good
Good night.
night.
Bye.